Matt Dittsworth with Life's Wealth Development Group, and today I am interviewing Simon Dittsworth. And Simon is going to be a senior next year at Sarah High School in San Diego, California. Simon is the commanding officer of the high school Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, otherwise known as NJROTC, at the high school there. So he's pursuing a career as a naval officer in the United States Armed Forces. Simon, how are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding today.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And so I'm just wondering, what are you doing in school these days?
Right now we're in the last 2 weeks of school and mostly preparing for finals, and I'm getting ready for the summer and then getting ready to start next year strong.
Okay. So tell me more about being the commanding officer. That's something that's kind of new to you right now, right?
Yeah. So I've been the commanding officer for 2 weeks now, and we've been doing a lot. We've had the other top leaders. There's 4 of them. We're called the brass together. We've been having a brass meeting every Wednesday, and we've been getting a lot of stuff done in these last few weeks of school in preparation for next year. So it's going to be good so far.
Okay. Sounds good. And so tell me more about, what does that mean to be the commanding officer of the NJROTC unit at high school? What is your responsibility there?
Basically, I'm the one who's going to be making decisions and pointing everyone in the right direction, making sure everyone's doing their job, and make sure that I set the example. I work with the naval science instructors to make sure I'm doing what they need and make sure that I'm being anywhere I can for the unit to get a job done.
Okay, sounds like quite a job, along with having to study and make sure you keep your grades up, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to balance, but I'm learning more as we go.
Okay, that's awesome. And how are you enjoying that?
I'm enjoying it a lot, especially because just in these past 2 weeks, we've the brass, my executive officer and the other top leaders, we retyped the whole a 36-page field manual for the unit, and we're going over it. And Friday the 10th, we'll be passing out applications for jobs for next year. So we're doing a lot of stuff, and I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome. And what have you found most challenging so far in the last 2 weeks?
The thing is, the most challenging is keeping my ego down and making sure that I'm not putting myself above anyone, because I'm still just a normal cadet, and I have to treat everyone like that. I'm not basically, yeah. So that's our part.
Yeah, that's tough for a lot of people. Humility is not built into most people, I don't think. So I know it's something that a lot of people work on. So keep working on that. That's good. And I'm glad it's a challenging thing for you, but that means that you've identified it and you're working on it. So like I said at the beginning, in your introduction, you're going to be pursuing a career as an officer in the U.S. Armed Forces. So tell me more about that.
So to do that, I need to get a bachelor's degree, and for that, I'm planning on going to one of the service academies, which is what I'm working on right now. I'm applying for nominations to the congressmen and senators, and also a presidential and vice presidential nomination. And after that, around April next year, in 2017, I'll figure out if or which 4 academy that I get accepted to. And then after that, it's just 4 years. I'll get the bachelor's degree, and depending on which academy I go to will depend on which service I go into. But that's what I want to do as a career, and
okay.
So that's what I'm working on.
Okay, sounds awesome. And I know the academy's pretty tough. All the academies are pretty tough to get in. It's very competitive, and I know you're working hard and you're competitive in that area. So let's just say, what if the academy doesn't work out for you for some reason this year? You can continue to pursue that, but what would you do if the academy doesn't work out for you, let's say this first shot?
Well, if it doesn't work out this first time, I can still apply every year until I'm 23, so I will apply every year, and also I'm also going to work on applying for the NJROTC scholarship, which is a full-paid scholarship. to almost any college, as long as I can get accepted into college. So I'm basically the fallback from the academy.
Okay, so looking at kind of the college level ROTC is what you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, it's a great scholarship, and so good luck on that part, too. Either way, I know you'll be successful. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was last summer. What did you get to do last summer?
So last summer in October, I was in part of the National Youth Leadership Forum for Diplomacy, Intelligence, and National Security. We went to Washington, D.C. Kids, high school students from all over the country went to Washington, D.C., and we stayed at a 4-H center, and over the course of 6 days, we listened to speakers. One was past Secretary of Defense, and we walked around the National Mall. We got to go to the war memorials, and we had a lot of great experiences there.
Awesome. Was it a pretty good experience for you?
Yes, we learned a lot, or I learned a lot from the exercises that we did. We did a whole simulation at the end of the 6 days where we each picked jobs within the government systems, and for me, I was the White House correspondent, so I was doing media, and I had to run all around the building, getting answers from people on what we were doing, what the plan was for the scenario.
Awesome. Sounds like a great experience, and learned a lot. Tell me more about what you're going to be, or what you have the opportunity for in January 2017.
In January, this coming up January, I have another opportunity through Envision, the same company that does the National Youth Leadership Forum, and this one is the National Inauguration Leadership Summit. And this is similar to the Leadership Forum, where I'll be going to D.C., Washington, D.C. again for the presidential inauguration, and during the course of 5 days this time, we'll be doing leadership skill exercises, and we'll have the chance to walk around a few of the museums there, and also just increasing our knowledge about leadership and opportunities that are coming.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty cool, too. So that's the opportunity you have coming up, and how does that help your goals after high school?
Well, first comes the skills of talking to other people. That's one thing I can always work on is just talking to people and learning about them and talking with people who have similar interests. That's one thing that it'll help strengthen, and also give me the knowledge and the opportunity to learn more about what I will be doing later on after college and high school.
Okay, and what kind of speakers are going to be there?
I know one is, I think how you pronounce it is Malala Yousafzai. She's a young prodigy, I guess. She's very active in women's rights actions, and she's one of the speakers that I know for sure. There will be scientists and other influential speakers that are going to be there for us.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome, and a great opportunity for you. So I'm glad you're getting to take that chance and go out there to Washington D.C. again, and getting to see an inauguration of a president has got to be a great opportunity as well. That'll be quite a learning opportunity. So thank you for your time, Simon. And just to close this off, I want to let everybody know that what Simon is doing in 2017 costs a pretty penny for him to fly out there to Washington, D.C., see this inauguration, and go through the whole process of this little educational trip that he's going to take. It's about a 4-day trip, if I understood it right. And so he's working towards that by cutting grass here in this area, around the neighborhood, and looking at getting a summer job once school is over. But he's also asking if people could help him out with donations. That would be awesome too. So if you want to donate, there's a GoFundMe page, and also you could do direct donations. So if you're interested in contacting Simon, just give me an email or a phone call. My contact number is 970-366-7205, and my email address is matt.dittsworth@gmail, matt.dittsworth@gmail.com. Thank you, Simon. Have a great day. Do you have any last-minute words?
Not really, no, but thank you for interviewing me, and I'm looking forward to what's coming up in January and next school year.
All right. Well, thank you, Simon. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.
Look
to maybe follow up with a video.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.